Alright, it's the next day. Unfortunately, again, wrong parts, but who cares? Ended up going to the parts store myself, took the rotor that was incorrect, and now we are going to finish off the rear brakes on this Subaru Liberty. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so we got electric handbrake up the back. Not too crazy when you've done it a million times. Suppliers have started giving me these rotors. They're actually by Exceedie, so you know it's going to be good. The customer provided these bendings, so this is a really cool little combo that will perform really well. This car's obviously been sitting for a while, that's where you can see all of the rust and debris on it, but you got to remove this spring here. Some pliers will get it off, put it to the side. A couple of little dust covers on the back of these, pull them off. Yeah, this rotor's been on here for ages. Just like that, it's come off. Here's a little comparison between the old and the new. You've seen me do this before. You got to pull the back of this motor off to wind in the motor, so then you can compress the brake caliper. And then you just connect that clip. The screws, or bolts, I suppose. And this thing will literally just come straight off. Bang, like that. I actually have a video somewhere on the short that I've uploaded. If you want to know how to do this, remember to make sure the handbrake is down. This way you don't need any special tools, anything like that. You can just, there, wind it back a touch, bang, throw the motor back on, and now you can compress the caliper. You don't want to cross thread these, so definitely start them off at least by hand. Alright, done. You can use my brake ratcheting tool to do this, but I'm in a rush, so I'm going to just use these pliers. You can just press it down like this. Make sure the brake reservoir cap is open so you do not have any issues. Alright, done. Give this a clean and then place it to the side. Like that. And just place it to the side somewhere where it's out of the way. There'll be two 14mm bolts holding this on. Now these don't actually have metal guide clips on them, so just make sure to give everything a good clean. Like so. And then you can wipe it down. Once you've done that, chuck it to the side with everything. Now this rotor is going to be on there pretty tight. Try hit it with a hammer. If it comes off, cool. If not, I'll get the screws out to push the rotor off. Remove this to the side. This hub. Amount of anti-seize. Don't freak out, it's on my hand. Get some brake cleaner, wipe it off. Clean. Wipe it off. New rotor, spray it down, wipe it down with a clean rag. Your rotor, try not to touch the actual rotor surface with your pads. Will be touching. Got this caliper mounting bracket strip. Got the brake pads. These are directional or inside and outside. This is the inside. This is the outside. Small amount of grease, nothing crazy. Just a little bit. Bang, reinstall. Very smooth. Now the way you want to put this caliper on is you want to put the bottom in first, and then you want to put the top in. Don't freak too much out by that brownness here, because that doesn't actually sit in where the pins move around a little bit. that kind of just floats on the outside. That's why it's coloured like that. Now we get the 2 dust covers and you are essentially finished. Alright, got to go for a test drive. Alright, so feels really good already. But you expected that from the kind of quality that's been put into it, you know? So already nice and smooth, already burned up the geomat finish. I'll go for a bit of a stop now, emergency, 3, 2, 1. That's nice. That is very nice. Do a bit of a slow crawl, make sure there's no weird squeaking or anything. No. So, I think that's another job done, although it took a couple of days here and there, everywhere. Who cares, got it done in the end. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out the other videos, like, share, subscribe, you know the rest. Message me here if you want to get in contact with me. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.